The ride from the railway station to Colin's grandparents' house was only 10 minutes, but the boys noticed something strange right away. The village was quiet, too quiet. The streets were empty under the afternoon sun. Most small shops were closed, their wooden shutters locked. Even the few people they saw looked away quickly and hurried indoors when the old car passed. Jack leaned toward Peter and whispered, "Friendly place, right?" Peter tried to joke, though he felt uneasy. Maybe everyone is taking a nap. But Colin didn't smile. He had visited this village many times before, and it had never felt this tense or strange. As the car moved deeper into the village, the silence grew heavier. There were no children playing, no music from open windows, no laughter. Only the soft sound of the engine and the crunch of gravel beneath the tires filled the air. Colin stared out the window, trying to recognize familiar places. The old bakery where his grandparents used to buy bread every morning was closed. The small park near the well was empty, its swings moving slightly in the breeze, as if someone had just left. "This place used to be full of life," Colin said quietly. "People stayed outside till sunset. Everyone knew everyone." Jack frowned. "Then why does it feel like they're hiding from us?" No one answered. Even the adults in the car seemed tense. Colin's grandfather kept his eyes on the road, gripping the steering wheel tightly. His grandmother sat stiffly beside him, her smile fading whenever she thought the boys weren't looking. When they arrived at his grandparents' house, a cute old cottage surrounded by tall oak trees, the boys stepped out and stretched. The house looked peaceful, almost too peaceful, with white curtains and flower pots by the windows. Birds sat silently on the branches above, watching. Colin's grandmother welcomed them with warm hugs and a plate of fresh cookies. She spoke cheerfully, asking about the train ride in school, but her hands trembled slightly as she poured milk into the glasses. The boys exchanged quick glances. They could feel it now. Something was wrong, and everyone in this house knew it. As evening fell, the village outside grew darker than expected. No lights appeared in nearby houses. The oak trees cast long shadows across the yard, and the wind whispered through their leaves. At dinner, the room felt small and tense. The ticking clock on the wall sounded louder than usual. Jack finally asked what they were all thinking. "Grandma," he said softly, "why was the village so empty today? Did something happen?" The room went silent. Colin's grandfather slowly put down his fork and rested his hands on the table. He stared at the candlelight for a moment before speaking. "There are things you boys don't need to worry about," he said. "Just promise me you won't go far from the house after dark. No walking around the village at night." Jack, Peter, and Colin looked at each other nervously. "Why?" Colin asked. "What's going on?" His grandfather paused. "People here believe that something or someone is behind the disappearances." Peter nearly choked. Disappearances? His grandfather nodded seriously. 2 villagers have gone missing in the last month. No clues, no sign of where they went. The boys felt a chill in the air. Outside, a dog barked in the distance, and then everything fell silent again. Colin swallowed hard. "But Grandpa, what do people think happened to them?" The old man glanced at the dark window, as if afraid the night might hear him. "That," he said quietly, "is something no one wants to talk about." What happens next? Subscribe me to watch the next episode.